What's good, YouTube? We're back again with another reaction video. This time I'm going to be doing a reaction to SNOH AALEGRA. I hope I said the name correctly. This was a request from a very long time subscriber, Catch It Burton. Please let me know if I said your name correctly as well. But Catch It Burton pretty much requested SNOH AALEGRA album, so thank you for the request, for being a long time subscriber. I know you actually did leave a comment on my Instagram once about my Chris Brown reaction, just basically saying how you enjoy the channel, so thank you very much for being a long time subscriber. I've never listened to SNOH AALEGRA's music, but I have on podcasts, because I listen to so many hip hop and R&B podcasts. I have heard the name come up, and pretty much everybody has said she's a very good artist and her music is very, very good. So we've been doing a lot of different type of reactions. I'm gonna do a reaction right here to SNOH AALEGRA. The name is literally Those Feels Again. Let me just see how this is gonna be, man. Here now is the intro, only 48 seconds.
It's only a moment, I don't really know quite why, so here now. It's only a moment,
Yeah, this sounds like my type of voice. That sounds really good. Nice background vocals. Very soothing tone, soothing beat, but strong enough for me. For gravity. That piano sounds good. Yeah, that automatically sounds like my type of voice to listen to. That was a very, very good intro. Yeah, that actually caught my attention for sure. I like the high-pitched tone they went for at the start with this intro, then they went to actually her voice. I just noticed I say the word actually a lot, and I'm gonna stop saying it. It's just like something that, since English isn't my first language, it's like the word I go to keep doing my sentence. But I gotta say, she has a tone that it sounds like it's effortless for her. She's not really trying, is what I feel when it comes to her voice. Like, that's how good her voice sounds on these tracks so far to me. Situationship. Sounds like a lot of relations names. Okay, this beat is hard already. Why didn't I find her before? So I've never used that term, situationship. Let me know if you have used it before. But it sounds like a description for a lot of people. She keeps saying she feels like she's confusing. This track is fire too. And I like the beats because I usually say, like I said on my Kiana the Day project reaction, that I want the beats to be hard-hitting and to have that soft tone for the contrast. But these beats might not be as hard-hitting so far, but they have just enough snare, like that kick to it. Her vocal range is great. This is a very sensual track from the lyrics to her tone. Let me know down below in the comment section when it comes to any type of situationships you have. Have you ever felt like you're in paradise with that person? The voice is just very soothing throughout every single song so far. Let's see how it keeps up. Bump, 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 piano. Bump, bump, bump. Something about the way that you talk, the way that you smile, I see You see me?
Why did you find someone like you? Yeah. I want this to last forever.
Let's make it last.
Can we make this last forever?
Can situationships last forever?
If I've been asleep, you're a dream, I need you. Someone like you. Find someone like you.
You see that ant right there?
Waiting my whole life to find someone like you.
So to this day, I haven't had a situationship with a woman where I think to myself, I want this to last forever, but it might happen, you never know. That might have been the softest beat, but I still like the track. It didn't even feel that energetic in my speaker, and I have it very loud. At the same time, I still felt the passion on the track. You could tell she really meant what she was singing about. Toronto's gonna be the next one. Now let's see how this is gonna connect. Maybe she's been living in Toronto, even though she's from Sweden, but maybe I'm completely wrong. Let's play the track to actually find out.
Baby, can I come around? Can I ease your mind? Baby, can you make some time?
Make some time for you. I like her tone right here.
I can't wait.
I don't know what I thought about Ariana Grande. I feel like she could compete vocally with Rihanna though. She might ease his mind in Toronto maybe. I've never been to Canada. Toronto was a very good track once again. That made me think about Ariana Grande, just the soft tones like the falsettos. I feel like she could definitely compete with Rihanna vocally. There's a lot of great voices, of course. Beyonce's right there. But I feel like even Rihanna, of course. I mean, we need a Rihanna album for sure. But I feel like when it comes to soft tones, like those falsetto type of tones, I think about Mariah Carey, but she hasn't released anything recently. Ariana was, of course, inspired by Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey does it way better, to be honest. Still, those type of soft tones, I'm just getting reminded of that because of her voice right here. Not really a connection with Toronto specifically. Maybe I missed it. Let's see how Love Like That's gonna be, man.
The truth is not hiding. That's just the way.
It's just the way.
You love it when I make you mad. But maybe we just love like that. No. In my mind, I'm done fighting. When it's like that. Can't say I love you when it's like that. Love like that.
Anytime a song is passionate, I extend my arms for some reason. That piano song's great. Be Careful is the next one. What do we gotta be careful about? Let's see how this track is gonna be. Love Like That had a much harder beat compared to the other ones. Search Up Le Twins. I've listened to this. Yeah, this is fire. This is fire for sure. The Twins did a dance to this song. Amazing. This is very experimental. I listened to that track because of Le Twins. I had no idea that was SNOH AALEGRA. They did a great dance to it. It was like a remix. Check it out. If you like hip-hop freestyle dances, check it out. They're the best. They inspired me to do hip-hop freestyle dances. Of course, SNOH AALEGRA is not literally hip-hop. She's more in that category of R&B, but since the sound is so similar, when it comes to remixes, they'll try to make it a bit more in a hip-hop lane to dance to it.
How we go from famous, we fell in love, thought it was me, but my favorite city, Paris, don't feel the same.
Paris?
Holding my parachute, so I will follow you. You know
So my favorite city's Paris. This sounds very different compared to the other tracks. thought. A lot of people have been talking bad about LA. She's a ride or die. So as we get further through the project, the sounds are starting to get weirder and weirder. It's like different type of added sounds that add different layers to the track because, of course, Be Careful sounded minimal but with very extravagant sounds. And now this sounds like very heavy in terms of like the sounds. It has multiple distinct sounds that are very extravagant as well. I like the way she basically lets you know she's a ride or die. A lot of people have been talking bad about LA. The Weeknd even said Escape from LA in the title of the track. And he even dissed Woman from LA. He said LA girls all look the same. That's tough. But what other artists did say something about LA? I can't remember. But in this case, SNOH AALEGRA, she talks about she doesn't feel like LA is her place.
You say we can love. I just can't live without you. Everybody close to me. You are no good to me. I just can't live without you. No.
Can't think without you, can't live without you. Passionate track, slow vibe. It might be the slowest track on the album. For sure so far. Enjoy, but without the E, capital N. Like I said, an interesting way to actually call the track.
It's the last time I sing about you.
Coming back.
She can love you like me, no.
So that was very short, but interesting. Basically focus on the piano and her voice. Not really any type of beat. More of an instrumental. Nothing to me. So let's see what she says here, because You was very about how she can't think without that person. Now let's see who is nothing to her. Much more of a bounce right here. Wasting time. She said, why you always acting wishy-washy? You can hear in the background a guy. A lot of variety with the voice, different pitches right here. She definitely used like those type of, you know, like those squeaky tones that come when you actually... Damn, I said it again. I say actually so many times. Regardless, when you pitch the voice very high, like chipmunk type of effect, if you want to put it that way. But it sounds good. She uses that for the chorus right there when it says, it means nothing to me. And she does this as she establishes how that ain't it. Basically, every single thing the other person is doing, that's just not good for this situationship. So he has to be careful so that she can enjoy the piece. I'm just trying to find some way to correlate all the tracks by their titles. This sounds dramatic already. Feels like a gospel vibe right here. Wasn't a necessity, but it happened. I love the passion and the rasp on her voice. A whole lot of passion, very extreme right here. For some reason, I just felt like using the word extreme right there. Tough. Regardless, I like how this has sort of a gospel vibe, but at the same time, it doesn't have it. I like the raspiness on her voice right here. Like, she didn't have that type of rasp. How do you even say it? You know, like that type of rasp some people have in their voice when they sing. I think about country music for some reason. Like, people in country music try to have that. But it definitely fits her tone very, very good. She didn't really do it on other tracks, but she did it right here, and it just shows more of the emotion and the passion she's going for on this track. She talks about how she didn't need him, but now that she has him, she basically doesn't want it to tear apart. That's basically the chorus. I like it. I like so far basically all the tracks right here. I would say my favorite one is Be Careful. I did like the intro and the second track a lot. There's a lot of good tracks right here. Like, I would definitely just enjoy the sound very heavily on my car for sure. Last track, Peace. Sounds like a DJ. Beautiful sounds in the background. I like the combination of the background sounds with the DJ effect. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, that was SNOH AALEGRA right there. Here Now was the first track. I love the intro. I did like the effects her voice had throughout this project because it had different type of pitches. Of course, different type of manipulations, but the essence, obviously, whenever she was actually gonna sing was there. She was entirely smooth throughout every single track right here. But at certain moments when she wanted to deliver a more raspier tone with a bit more intensity, she could definitely go for that, showing the different type of ranges and ways she could go for a different sound with a voice that could fit the beat or the instrumental better. A lot of softer beats, but that still had enough intensity for me in terms of the kick, that snare, but also some of the beats that were very, very, very experimental and minimal, like the Be Careful track, which I didn't even realize I listened to it previously, but it was because of the Twins' performance. Check them out, great dances. Be Careful, definitely one of my favorites. The Here Now intro, I Want You Around. Interesting names when it came to Enjoy, just the end right there without the E at the start. Situationship, another interesting way to say relationship or whatever type of moments you're having with a person, intimate. Let me know down below in the comment section if you're a SNOH AALEGRA fan, what you think about this album. Do you think this is better than the first one? The first one is named Feels. I see it in Spotify right here. Or if you actually enjoy this one more. Once again, I said it. But regardless, I did enjoy this listen a lot. Thank you, Catch a Burden, for the request. A very, very good project overall. It was worth listening to this project. It has a lot of good vibes, a lot of good sounds, a lot of smooth tones. But that's going to be it. Toronto, I was expecting a bit more in the sense of maybe a connection with the actual name of the song in terms of the city. She did talk about Paris, but it was in another track, being her favorite city. Didn't really listen to anything about how she's from Sweden. So if you know about that, or if you know if I'm wrong, just let me know down below in the comments. Take care, subscribe for some other videos, some other reactions.